Eurovision fam, it's Alesia.
And Dappho.
It is February 12th.
2018.
9 songs for Eurovision, and it's time for us to think, sit back, reflect on our top 3 as of now.
Okay.
Because it's probably going to change.
Indeed.
As you may know, I'm an American and a huge Eurovision fan.
And I'm not.
So you might be thinking to yourself, well, if she's not a Eurovision fan, then, like, why should we care about her opinion? Like, what value does she offer?
Because I'm in a band. I'm a musician. I'm a bassist in a band called The CooLots. The COOLOTS. Check us out. We're everywhere.
Okay, let's get to talking about Eurovision. I'm going to kick it off to you since you're the guest, basically, and I'm, you know, courteous like that. Okay, who is your number 3?
Is there a drum roll?
We can put a drum roll in, maybe. I don't know.
All right. Okay. That's fine. The Czech Republic.
So, why do you like it?
Well, I like the tune. I like it's catchy. It's poppy. You know what I mean? He's doing this little thing. It gives me something real funky, real lighthearted, poppy.
So my number 3 is Switzerland, Zibbz, Stones. You know, it's weird. Like, I kind of was conflicted about having Switzerland so high up. I see a lot of potential in the song, and I've got like a couple of songs I feel like that are just floating around in the same place, and I guess we'll talk about that later. But Switzerland's one of the songs that's been floating around the same place, but when I look at all those songs and my sentiments for it, the way that I think it will translate to the Eurovision stage, so that's staging-wise, the way I think the vocal will be delivered, the styling, I think when it comes to thinking about a full package, also the song is like super, super catchy.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, the hook is really strong, and I think it's going to stand out this year. We haven't heard any songs so far that are of that ilk, so I think that's going to be a good one. Okay, you're number 2.
Malta.
Wait, what?
Malta. I like Malta.
Taboo?
If, you know, I just want her to breathe a little bit more. If she just breathed a little bit more so she could be more so on pitch, you know. But other than that, I like it. I like the message, you know what I'm saying? I like the tune. It's dramatic, you know what I mean? It's, what, these faces, what?
I'm listening to you. I'm being an active listener while you talk about this.
Is there any judgment in these faces?
No.
Was there smoke and lights and things of that nature? I'm down with smoke and lights.
So, my number 2, dropping down in my rankings, but only dropping down in my rankings because, and I knew this would happen, I'm not so confident that this will be staged right, and I also am not fully confident that the vocalists will be able to deliver this in the way that they need to. And it's France. I worry about the vocalist not hitting those notes and punching it. And mind you, she's doing no choreography. She is standing in place. Like, how can you be standing in place and pitchy? Madame, Monsieur. It's kind of unforgivable. And I'm beginning to lose a little bit of faith. Still love the song. We'll still continue to listen to the studio version. I've actually paid for it on iTunes. I'm just not confident that it will be able to be impactful enough to have a top 3 finish at Eurovision. You're barely even walking, and you can't hit them notes. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. So, I want it to do well. I would love to go to France for Eurovision. But we need clean, clear vocals. All right, and you're number 1 right now.
Switzerland, man. I like them. I like the duo. You know what I mean? Dude is killing it on the drums. You know? Brother and sister, right? Shout out to Blood, you know. I like the staging. I like the lights, the geometrical shapes, you know. It'd be dope if he could like move around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we need to bring him into the performance. And maybe it's the camera just going over there.
Yeah, or maybe he can be on wheels, like some sort of reel, like a camera.
That worries me. The thought of that worries me. I'm like, it could just go wrong. It could go wrong. I mean, he's mime playing anyway because they have to go to tracks. So low key, like, hoist them up, make them fly or something. Make drums in the air. My number 1, it's the Czech Republic. Lie to me. Reason why it's my number 1 now is because he did that performance in Ukraine, and sounded exactly like the studio version. Now, he needs some choreography. Right now, he's just kind of up there, I think, winging it. And that's never a good idea. That's never a good idea. Needs some meaningful movement, some direction. Needs to have a headset mic, and they need to give him some meaningful movement, and they need to give him some dancers. We could have 2 background vocalists and 4 dancers. Let's do it. 4 dancers. Two boys, 2 girls, all dudes, all girls. I don't care. The song is a party song. I would love to go to Prague. Prague is a affordable city. I'm just into it all around. I'm really feeling the song, like start to finish. Let's talk about the songs that we didn't really mention. I'll kick off and say that I've got a couple of songs that are floating around like in the same category where to me, I love the studio version. I actually really like the songs, but to me, Eurovision is a competition.
Indeed.
And it's a competition that is about the song, but it's also about what I'm getting on stage. We need a full package. And these songs for me, I like them. They're symphonically, it sounds good in my ear. I could jam to them. They're good, but are they Eurovision competitive songs? No. Those songs for me really are Italy, the UK, and for me, Albania. They're just songs that I would listen to in my car. Like, I like them. Vocally, they're good. If it's a studio track version, I like it. But to me, like, are they excellent? Like, are they exceptional? Although I like all of those, and they could all semi-tick up in my top 3. So I'm talking about, Italy, Albania, and the UK. Let's talk about Italy, because Italy's like a newer one. What was your feeling about Italy?
Well, but I dug it. It was catchy up until it got a little, like, scream rocky at the end. That turned me off a little bit. It kind of just went too intense. But I dug it otherwise. It was different.
I actually like Italy. I could see Italy ticking up for me as I have more time to listen to it. But again, I think the staging is gonna let this one down. And I also think Eurovision voters at home, especially because Italy is direct to the final, it might be a little bit jarring at the end when that guy is, no, like, and it doesn't come off as passionate, it comes off as angry and kind of scary. Speaking of passion and power vocals, I have to say, in my opinion, the strongest vocalist we have right now is the guy from Albania, Eugent. He's the strongest vocalist. He's the strongest. Eugent.
Those notes.
Yeah, he's the strongest vocalist. He wasn't flat.
No,
he was on the pitch and key.
He was
the entire time. It wasn't like he was yelling at me. For me, at the end, like Italy was clearly yelling. Well, Italy was clearly
not
yelling at us.
But sometimes maybe like go down low a little bit. He sounds great, and he is the best. Always on pitch.
Yeah.
Always full out, full on.
Without a doubt, he's the best. He's the strongest vocalist we have so far in the competition, and that should be noted. Let's talk about the UK. For me, I like this song, and I actually had the UK in my top 3 at one point. I do like it. I need to hear her perform that live and be on the pitch and key the entire time, because I'm just not that confident right now. I'm not. I think she can do it. I think she was nervous, and I think she was nervous, and I think she was emotional. Like, at one point, it seemed like she could have cried.
Yeah.
So that can mess with your voice, but again, you have to be a professional. If you are a singer, you need to deliver it. And I can give you some passes for emotion, but it's real difficult to do that when you are standing behind a microphone and not doing no choreography. I really, really, really do not get it. Like, it frustrates me so much. Let me bring up Malta, because you have Malta in your top 3, which I think is a crime.
Maybe she'll come with it, really hard. And like,
here, let me just give you my notes. I'm gonna just go down my notes.
A little bit more energy. I like the song.
She is giving energy, and that's low-key the problem. I think Malta is very heavy on the staging to make up for poor lyrics. As a vocalist, like, I think she's a good singer, but for a song like this, like, I needed the vocal to sound more mature. When you listen to Dea or like Alesia Cara, they're both like barely 21. But when you listen to their voices, there's a maturity to it. I'm alone. Like, it could be like, where I'm alone. Sing more in your diaphragm, not so nasal. Malta, I cannot have that in my top 3. I don't think that will ever happen. And on a level, at this point, Malta is now probably my bottom. So Spanish fans, you can lay off of me. I don't have Spain as my bottom anymore. But speaking of Spain, we can talk about Spain. So how do you feel about Spain?
Spain? What song was Spain even? What?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Them fools. Okay. Nothing was stand out about it. It was very, very... I feel like somebody was recording them in their honeymoon or at the wedding ceremony. You know, we're going to sing a song to each other. Nah, man. It could have been more, especially... I don't know. You could have done more meaningful motions, meaningful movements. What? It's just you and her fake playing piano, and y'all gonna get up and then beat each other's faces. I don't know about that. You guys in each other's face, and the song wasn't strong enough for just that to fly. Right?
Spain is no longer in my bottom. Okay. It's no longer in my bottom. I can appreciate a little bit more. However, I have some edits so that if Spain wants to move up higher, these are the things that I think could assist that. They need new styling. They look like they're in their parents' clothes. Even poor Amaia with the negligee top. It looked like a grandma negligee top. I mean, can we get like a bustier, like something cute? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're young. Like, she's really young. She's young, and I don't understand why she's in an outfit that my mother would legitimately wear. No, my mother would look at that and be like, "Ooh, that's nice." Alfred is in a suit that is completely ill-fitting. This is Spain. Can someone take him to a tailor so he can get a nice tailored suit? Or maybe y'all need to not be in Spain and go to Italy and get a suit. I don't know what you need to do.
Do something.
But that big suit that he was swimming in, like, that looked like it belonged actually to his father. And he was like, "Dad, I'm about to be late. Can I just have a jacket?"
Put this on, son.
So here you go, son. I mean, it just was ill-fitting, not tailored. So he needs to get just all new styling. We pointed this out. It's like when they do the it's like the climax that leads to nowhere.
No climax. It's the most anticlimactic climax ever. Like,
and then you think it's about to be like single, or like whatever. It's like, and this just back to doing the same. I will say though, I still prefer Alfred's voice over the girls because her voice is just real boring to me.
Something about his voice.
Oh, I like it. I like that. I like it.
That's what about it.
I like it. I like it.
In here, in this tongue.
Now we have to talk about Denmark, which is a newer one. And some people really, really were like hyping this song. That's the act that I heard everyone just like, oh, Higher Ground should totally represent Denmark. Those are the people who I felt like were the loudest. So when I first heard the song, I was really looking forward to it because everyone's like, it's this Viking anthem. And even the dun, 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 like the intro, I was like, ooh, like I'm ready. And then he opened his mouth and was like sounding like an alto, like when the moon in the air. He was like a choir boy.
The oomph.
The grit. Like, and it just never came. He stays in this very like, guys, I really want to go out. I get that maybe it's the contrast of it, but I don't think it works. For me personally.
It was really dramatic. His voice was a surprise. Shout out to the background bass, vocals.
I like the rumbling, like
baritone
like
here
that
and there,
I like
to make it full. Everything worked together though. The staging was great. Everything was cohesive.
I think so. For me, I think Denmark will be my guilty pleasure because there is something about it that I'm like, I like it, but I don't think it should win. I don't think it'll touch my top 10. Like, when it comes down to it, I don't think it'll be in my top 10 at all.
Yeah.
I might think it should qualify, though. Because the staging is good, and it's different, and it sounds Nordic, it sounds Danish in a way, so I applaud that. But there is a level about it that is just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So tell me what you think. Do you agree with us? Talk to us in the comments below. Do you disagree? That's okay, too. Talk to us in the comments below. This is a conversation. And you know it. I keep saying it. And I really mean it. I really, really mean it. Let's get excited for Eurovision 2018, Lisbon, Portugal. I'm excited.